Okay, today we are going to see about pattern printing using while loop. How we can able to print this pattern using while loop. So before printing this pattern, I am going to draw a grid-like surface. So this this row, for this row printing, I can be used. I for loop can be used for this column. I mean this series printing 4 3 2 1. This is going to handle by j variable. I mean j for loop. So I'm just going to write a simple algorithm structure of this program. So if you see here 2 comma 4, this represent space. So the space index value is this. 2 represents I, 4 represents j. So 2 comma 4 index value of this space. So if we add this 2 plus 4 6, 3 plus 4 7, 3 plus 6 6, 4 plus 4 8, 4 plus 3 7, 4 plus 2 6. So the spaced values are mostly greater than 6 or 6. So with the help of these findings we are going to write this function. So here I am initializing the value and here I am considering the condition. So why we are using while loop and why we are using for loop? If we know the limit, we can go for loop. If we don't know the limit, if we know only the condition, we can go for while. So this is where this is how while loop and for loop can be used. Here the condition is n is I is lesser than or equal to n. User n, what is n means? User entered input. Okay. Next, next condition what I am going to perform here means I am going to declaring another variable called num and initializing with the value of users entered input n, and then I am also initializing j value as n, because it starts from 4. If user entered 4 means 4 3 2 1. If user entered 5 4 5 means so 5 4 3 2 1. So like this. So for starting number n in 4 is, so for the purpose only I am initializing j is equal to 4, and the condition is last number should be what? Always greater than 0. So that's why I'm writing this condition j is greater than 0. And then how it goes, like 1 value get decremented. Here when comparing these two rows, 1 gets removed. When comparing this next two rows, 2 gets out. When comparing to the next two rows, 3 gets out. So for the purpose only I'm using this decremented operation, and in between only I'm going to use this for loop. So if I plus j, what is I plus j? 6 6 n plus 1. What is n plus 1? 5. Why I am taking 5 here means, because take a look here. In this index value, most the values are uh, uh, 1 comma 4, right? 1 comma 4, 1 comma 1 comma 3, 1 comma 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4. So all the values were 5, comes under 5. For this one also 2 comma 3 5, 2 comma 2, so 2 comma 2 4, 2 comma 3 5, 2 comma 3 5. So if we 2 comma 1, so it's how it's writing means 4 3 2 1, not 1 2 3 4. J is equal to 4, right? So 4 3 2 1. So these numbers were always lesser than 5, or 5. So if the condition is so if this are greater than 5, these are lesser than 5. What I am under, you can understand, right? So this so if condition, so for the purpose only, if these are 5, right? So these parts are 5. So if more gets more than 5 means space will print. So that's why space gets print. So if greater than, if not greater than means numbers will print. So this is how the this pattern gets printed. Next pattern we are going to see here is this X pattern. So 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 are executed like this. So remaining are spaces. For representation only I am just writing, but this dash represents 0. So if you write the index value for these values, you can clearly check INJ are equal, INJ are equal, INJ are equal, INJ are equal, INJ are equal. So if I equal to j means this pattern will print. 1 2 3 4 needs to print. If you look here means 5 comma 1 4 comma 2 3 comma 3, these values are always added by 6. So how we can able to write the condition? Same loop, but this condition only going to change. If I is equal to 0 means need to print the value. If not means like I plus j, how I can able to add this value? If user enter 5 means plus 1 means 7. So if user enter 6 means so 7. So this is how we can able to print the values for this condition. And for this here, these are hyphen, these are pipings. How we can able to print these things? So here I write the condition. If you check here closely, if I is equal to 1 and I is equal to if I is equal to 1 means this gets print, dash 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 gets print. If I, this represents I, right? So if I was 5, dash dash gets print. So that's how dash gets print. Okay. And if you see in J, how it gets printed from 2 to 4, right? Here also same, 2 to 4. You need to look here, J. So 1 gets print, 5 gets print. Oh. Okay, that's how pipings get printed. Otherwise, else remaining are space. Okay. This represents space, not dash. So what? Very easy. If the dash means 1. Okay, now how we are going to print this one? This one is, if I is equal to 1 means this needs to print. If I is equal to and if j is equal to 1 means it needs to print. J is equal to 10 means it needs to get print. And this one is I. So this is how we write the condition. If I is equal to 1, need to print star. I is equal to n, needs to print. J is equal to 1 needs to print. J is equal to n divided by 2. Okay, n divided by 2, because what is n? If 8 means 4, so that's why. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 needs to print. Okay, J. And if you see here means this if j if n divided by 2, if more than j means this is execution that don't we need to do. So for the purpose we are going to use break. If else greater than j means n is j value means break, so it will completely break and come out. So here for this how we are going to print means first we need to split it as two. First this one and then this one. So how we can able to print this one means starting is I uh, this prints from last right 4. So j is less than j plus j, uh, less than 4 means it needs to print nothing, needs to print the value for k I minus 1 starting value. Later we will discuss remaining questions. Okay, thank you.